Hey everyone, it's baze.djunkiii transmitting from Hamburg, Germany, back with a new video and back with another unboxing video because I got more mail sitting here. This time from Poland, from the GUSTAFF Records label, a label that has been sorting me out for quite a while and on a regular focusing on mostly Polish music, actually from Polish underground acts of many kinds, from they have unearthed things from the past like post-punk, post-rock stuff. They've done like some electronic experimental stuff, they have done avant-garde stuff, and it's never a given or something predictable what they sent you, but it's very interesting stuff. So GUSTAFF label and mail order actually, and also to you guys a short note. I'm gonna move within the next month, so before you send me the next parcel, please get in touch and confirm if my address is still correct or if I got a new one. And before I go into this, I've been kind of on the streets today. I've recorded a set of YouTube shorts because I want to embrace the format more, I guess. Also probably start a little bit of micro vlogging and stuff, and also post some questions out to the vinyl community and to the electronic music scene, so which are short enough to fit into that format. And probably this channel, this is like a growth tool for this channel as well, we'll see. But yeah, that's happening, so expect like a short to come every 2 days over the course of the next week maybe as additional content. And I will keep focusing on long form for the most part when it comes to unboxings and stuff, because this is a format I really enjoy. So let's dive into this with a handy little blade. I've also received mail from the Dangerous Diskettes label recently, which you might have seen on my Instagram, but I tried to review those floppy disks, and this was a failed operation actually, because I spent about an hour to get them to work. In the first one, that was always returning with an error message, like disk not formatted properly, we cannot read this. And the second one kind of froze my laptop actually 2 times, and then I tried to copy the file, then it was like local storage cannot be accessed and stuff. And when I finally got the actual track to work, what happened was that the track stopped playing after less than 2 minutes, so this won't be reviewed as well. So you got the photos on my Instagram, but you don't get a review because, well, if the technical aspect of a release doesn't work, I'm not digging into that deeper, because, well, at some point you gotta give up, and especially when you got other things to do like YouTube videos to shoot and stuff, there is only so much time you have for a release actually. And after an hour of not getting that to work, I just gave up. But here's also, just as a interesting thing, just fell out of one of the press releases here, GUSTAFF Records on a lovely cardboard card kind of, and also mentioning their side note label, don't sit on my vinyl. And what we got here is Hugo Ray's Fatalist. I made it all up for you on GUSTAFF Records, to be released on March 20th actually. This is a new record by the Hugo Ray's Fatalist, the 6th studio album, ready for release in March. On vinyl, Hugo Ray's has been on the scene, has had a career of like 40 years actually, has lived 1,000 lives and plays the role of a songwriter, producer, musician, performer, head of a record label, which is Helix, which is also involved in the vinyl release here, and has done a lot of things from folk to lounge to trance, industrial abuse, psychedelia, world music to electronics. So this is a perfect fit for the GUSTAFF Records label, even though he is not Polish, but he started from the post-punk scene in Melbourne in the 80s and went all over the world basically. And this one is described as something melancholic and beautiful in defiance of our current reality. So, well, our reality right now, look at the US and what is happening there and all the madness related to the Epstein files. I'm not going to go into that, but well, what a mess definitely. And this was written in Italy, in some remote mountain cabin, I guess, where he had a few weeks off a solo tour. and he wrote 12 songs, threw them all away, started again, and worked with an unplugged electric guitar in front of that damn fire he was sitting in front of in the cabin he stayed and stuff. And then they had a floating studio on the Puccini Lake. I remember that. That was mentioned in another, I guess, GUSTAFF Records release or press release in the past. And then they had people coming in on guitar and synth and bass and percussion and violin and stuff, and then they recorded that album. So this is gonna be probably musically all over the place, but also soft, and we'll see what that brings. Hugo Ray's Fatalists. This will probably be reflecting badly, as I've seen in the other video I've shot yesterday, where this cardboard box has also reflected badly, but the CD might do better. I made it all up for you. Due for release on March 20th on GUSTAFF Records. A new CD here, and the second one we got has been already released in November. The artist is Extensa, the title is Echo Mora. Here is the press release. I haven't shown the other one, but you know the score. This is a trio with some names I recognized. Pavel Wiloch on guitar, Andrzej Radniecki on bass, and Mariusz Wroblewski, pardon my Polish, on drums. So a classic band setup basically. Second album from the Extensa trio, which combines instrumental noise, post-metal and a trance-like sound inspired by krautrock traditions. So this is interesting. They regard time as a fourth dimension, as it's stated here, and this album, if this album were a film, it would be both a prequel and a sequel, much like David Lynch's Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me. Narrative is not linear, seemingly, and it has like past, present, and future intertwine and merge into one. So this probably is a very repetitive affair, maybe, in terms of like krautrock was repetitive with all the subtle changes in there. 9 tracks on there. The last one is called Noise, but with an exclamation mark, a dollar sign, and a euro sign. So this is something I really appreciate in terms of spelling, because I like the lead speech aesthetic here. And once again, whoa, this is beautiful. This could be anything, but is also very heavy in terms of carrying meaning, even though there is actually not a word on the front cover here. But still, super lovely. Love the design, love the aesthetic. Here's the inside of the CD, and once again Extensa with their, I guess it's a sum sign in the front and some other mathematical things. I remember that from, I guess, their first album, which I've also reviewed, I guess. And what we got here in the inside is some shots from the concert and the CD, black CD, which is also filled with mathematical symbols and stuff. So I really dig that. Adds a bit of mystery and a bit of crypticism there. So there we go. Both CDs will be reviewed on Nightstyle CE, of course, within a few days or weeks. I'm gonna dig into that rabbit hole deeper as well, so getting more reviews up there as soon as the promos fly in, just to keep the site going. And I guess I've told this before, we hit like more than 800,000 views in the past consecutive 365 days, which I'm really proud of. So yeah, that's good news, that's good stuff. GUSTAFF Records, if you see this video, of course, and want to send me more stuff, hit me up for a new address in the future, a few weeks down the line, a few months down the line. But I'm trying to get through to you as well whenever I have one like available, and an address, of course, that is. So, Bass Junkie out for now, going to go into editing. See you in the next one, I guess.